Hello and welcome to my channel. Please like, share, and subscribe if you like this video, and thanks for watching. Thank you to my day ones that's still sticking in there with me. Thank you to all the newcomers that's coming in and subscribing. Thank you so much. Thank you to Polar, who's been in my corner. Keeping it real TV. Thank you so much. There's also someone else that I would like you all to check out. I like his work. It's Audio Crack 22. I am going to leave one of his videos in my description box. So if you're keeping up with like the King Von, the case and everything that's going on with there, he's really good. So please check him out. Also, what else did I have to talk about? If you would like to donate to my channel, my Cash App is $MsLowdownn with 2 N's at the end. So if you would like to donate to my channel, you can, donate through that. So let's get to it, y'all. It has been a lot going on since I last posted. And, wow, I'm still in my PJs. Good afternoon. But a lot is coming out right now. We have different bloggers that's posting things like, questions that people have been wanting to know, like which car was Mo3 in. So now they're saying he was in the Audi, because it was a question to which one he was in. There was a question to if Mo3 was parked on the front of her house, or if she had a garage, or all of that. So now you see Josie Banks did have a garage, and Mo3 was parked in her garage. So this lets a cat out the bag right now, y'all, because everybody is thinking like, how did they know? How did they know he was there? And it still goes right back to the same 2 people that knew he was there. And that was Rainwater, and that was Josie. Now, a lot of people want us to believe that Josie had nothing to do with this, but she had everything to do with this, y'all. And I want to just go back a little bit, and I want to break down something. I want to break down the fact that on the interview with Ms.Tee, when, right after the spiritual advisors, her live went out, then all of a sudden they cling to her at first, which is really questionable itself, because all of these people that's connected with this case, they all seem to be, or try to be, church people. And that's the crazy part about this. Ms.Tee is, she sings in a choir or something, or a choir director or something, but she sings in a choir. And she's all in the middle of these kids' business. She's all in the middle. And I'm going to tell you why. Now, in the interview with Ms.Tee and Most Hated Blogger, she says, and I'm going to post the interview up again if you didn't see it, but I'm sure everybody mostly saw it. But I am going to post the video up again. And in this video, she is saying that her daughter was going back and forth with Mo3 at first. Okay, she said that they had been knowing him for 3 years. These threes just keep popping up, don't they, y'all? She said they had been knowing him for 3 years. And that her youngest daughter, she was the one that was going back and forth with Mo3. They was joking, talking about each other back and forth online. Then she said she reached out to Mo3, the mother. Now, she says she's a Tupac girl. No, you more like a Nas girl. If y'all know what I mean. Not a Tupac girl. You're more like Nas, the setup person. But anyway, she said she reached out to Mo3. And that's when Mo3 said, "What's up with your daughter?" Now, I'm going to ask y'all a question. If somebody liked it, somebody, who would they most likely reach out to first to say something to? Would they normally, if he was going back and forth with the little sister, wouldn't he have tried to get the little sister to set him up with Josie? Why would he go back and forth with her all this time knowing he liked her sister or wanted to hit that? Why wouldn't he say something to her? Why did the mother have to step in to reach out to this young man, and then all of a sudden her daughter Josie is hooked up with Mo3? Y'all got to think about this, okay? Seriously, y'all seriously need to think about this. This woman is the reason they got together in the first place. This woman. They're hustlers. Big time hustlers, okay? They're all connected. Big time connected. When I said in my other video about DotC, the officer that has moved up in rank faster than anybody else on the department, probably, or most likely, I'm hearing now, allegedly, that her parents are cops. So it makes sense that people are in my comment section saying that she's privileged and she's this and that. If your parents are cops, you're 34 years old now, allegedly, and you're moving up in rank so fast. Another thing I wanted to bring out, the chief that resigned the end of last year. Wow, this is crazy, y'all. This is so deep that it's ridiculous. And I went back and I looked up, why she resigned. And a lot of people that say they resigned, most of them are fired. But they let them say they resigned just so they could save face or, go get a job somewhere else. But they don't want them there anymore. So apparently, Renee Hall, who was the chief of police for Dallas, her and the mayor was going back and forth at each other. And the mayor, his name is Eric something. Let me see. Eric. Let me find it, y'all. I don't want to say the wrong name. His name is Eric. I can't remember the last name. I can't find it. But anyway, he's the mayor. Him and her went back and forth. And she said that, she was offended about how the things they were saying about her. And then the mayor came back on her and he said he was offended by how the crime rate had rose since she's been in charge. He was offended by them not following laws with what was going on. He said that the crime rate had went up 27%. That's not no little percentage, y'all. While she was on her watch. On her watch. I got to go back and read some of this. I have to go back. Eddie Johnson. Okay. So he said he was offended by the recent rise in homicides. This is what Eric said, the mayor. I have been asking for our city's public safety leadership to engage in the active pursuit of criminals and the enforcement of our laws. So he was saying she wasn't doing her job and that things had gotten much worse on her watch. Now, I want you all to go back to the interview again. And Ms.Tee said that she went and talked to the chief of police. All these people was just at her access. The chief of police, she went and talked to her. DotC. Somebody that's moving on up in ranks like crazy. Her and her parents are cops. Do y'all see where all of this is stemming from? Is this what it's about now? They put other blacks in positions and they help get rid of other blacks. Now, a lot of people were saying that, allegedly, y'all, a lot of people were saying that Mo3 was catching it when it came to the police. He was catching it. Like they was in his tail. Then I'm hearing they were also, messing with his brother. So was this Dallas police station mostly one-sided? Was a lot of arrests that was going on at the time when this woman was in office, this Renee Hall lady, and with KasC on she's already then chose her side. Was this all one-sided? See, people fail to realize one thing about me, and they all think they know me. Everybody thinks that I'm one-sided about this. I'm not. I really ain't. It doesn't matter what, who Mo3 was riding with, whatever side he was riding with. It does not matter to me. What matters to me is how that went down. How that setup went down. How it took everybody to take down one person. I want you all to ask yourself a few questions. Just a few. And I've always been still sitting back wondering this. Why did Josie say, I don't want my sisters to think it's their fault? Why would it be their fault? Why would it be their fault, y'all? Why would they even think that it's their fault if it wasn't their fault? Go back and ask yourself why. If Ms.Tee talked to the chief of police, Miss Renee, that got fired, basically. She claimed she talked to the chief. She claimed she talked to the feds. She claimed her daughter was clear. If your daughter was clear by the chief and the feds, why does she need to be clear by Rainwater? Who is Rainwater to clear somebody? He needs to be working on clearing himself. Ask yourself these questions, y'all. Why did the mama lie about the baby daddy not having any dealings with Josie for 2 years? But just so happened, the same morning that Mo3 died, baby daddy called. A lot of stuff don't make no sense, do it, y'all? A lot of stuff is not adding up, y'all. How could he not been talking to her for 2 years, but all of a sudden he called the day Mo3 died? She said he didn't call that night. She said he called that morning to see was he still there. Now they want us to believe that someone named Armani, or whatever her name is, the person that supposedly changed the license plates and all of this to one of the cars, they want us to believe that somebody else, there was Rainwater's friend. Rainwater called him and told him that Mo3 was over there. And he called and told the baby daddy. This is what they're trying to spin. Now, I want you all to know one thing. When you're friends with somebody, I don't care who they are, whatever profession that they're in, they're going to give you advice. They're going to give you the best advice they possibly can if they really your friend, so that they can get you off and clear your name. Now, due to the fact that senior officer KasC DotC is friends with Robert Gomez, aka Jamal or Jermaine Thomas. It's hard to keep up with all these names, y'all, because all these aliases is popping out. But they want us to believe that she's friend with this family and she's not giving them advice. Now, allegedly, Officer KasC or her parents, they know Ms.Tee. They want us to believe that these officers, that senior officers that they moved up in rank, have not advised them on what to do. Now, another thing that has been on my mind, they're saying, and of course you all have heard, that Kewan White was indicted this week on murder charges. They're saying that he had residue or something on his hand from the weapon. Either two things is going on with that, y'all. If that is true, either that same weapon was passed to another, one person used it and then somebody else used it, or they were in the same car together. The person that actually did it and the person that they wanted people to think did it, so that can beat the case. When I say this was well orchestrated, it is. And like I said, them threes keep popping in. She said they know him for 3 years, but he only started dealing with Josie for the last 3 months. Y'all peep how these threes keep popping up. When I tell you, this case is going to be solved, and the people that were involved are going to be brought down. I mean it. These threes are everywhere for a reason. 3 years, 3 months. 3 months. It took these women to mastermind this plan. It's allegedly that a lot of money was passed around and shared after he died. 3 months to get him comfortable, to get him over there and spend a night, to feed him, joke with him. The mama, everybody just cradled him and acted like they loved him so much. It's a cold world, y'all. It's a cold world when allegedly a person's mother can get involved in teenage stuff and steer him in their direction, get him comfortable, make him think all is good. You don't have to worry about nothing. You can park in the garage. They don't even got to know you're here. So don't even worry about that. Feed them. Make them feel good. And do that over and over again until the plan is set. I do believe that Mo3 was leaving Dallas. I do believe he was making plans to leave Dallas. I do believe that Mo3 might have, not 100% sure because I wasn't there, he might have gotten into it with Rainwater. He might have been getting ready to let Rainwater go. As far as, being tied to him. People were saying they didn't know for sure who were playing both sides. But I'm starting to think it was Rainwater playing both sides. You have Trap Boy now. He's out here saying, that Rainwater was playing both sides. He's saying it. And Trap Boy, he really seems like he should have been called Trick Boy. Because he's tricking on everybody. He's implementing everybody. If you really think about it. He's implementing everybody in this. And why isn't he, out of all the people, why haven't he been arrested? Why ain't they picking with him? Yayo just went to jail this week. They got him. And one of the charges is what? Retaliation? They just indicted Kewan. Somebody named Sean G was just arrested, and he was allegedly Mo3's friend. They said the feds picked him up this week. Now, there's a new tadpole in town, y'all. And when I said that somebody else could have been the actual person that did this to Mo3, and I said that they could have been in the car with Kewan, or Kewan could have used the toy first and then passed it to this other person, and they was the one that carried it out. Word on the street now. The police is looking for anything on Mr. What is his name? Don't let me say it wrong. NCG Kenny B. Now, when this was first swirling around, I was ignoring it. And then it swirled around some more. And then it swirled around again. And when it swirled around 3 times, I was like, wait a minute, let me check into this. Let me see. Is it anything to this? Is it possible? So I started watching videos. Their movement, body, height, complexion, hair, tats, reputation. It's possible. It is very possible that this person, Kenny B, could have been the one too. So we don't know. It was so many. And people are saying, oh, it was just somebody just posted in their video. It was only one car. It was only one car. No, it wasn't. It was several cars. Another thing floating around. Trap Boy recorded it. Did he actually record it? Or did Juan Gonzalez record it? If Juan Gonzalez is not the person that carried it out, we don't know. If he's not, was he the person that recorded it? Because everybody was saying that Trap recorded it. But Trap was driving, right? I think he was driving. One of them was driving. And one of them was recording. Allegedly. So could one DJ, I guess they say his name is DJ. Could DJ have been the one that recorded it? Or was he the driver while Trap recorded it? I don't know. But they said that Trap is the one that had the video. They say Trap is the one that threw the video, the watch party. A lot of twists and turns, y'all. Another thing that's popping up on the radar, because they looking for anything to catch Mr. Yellow for. They said that Yellow has a black, I think it's a Yukon, some kind of SUV, some kind of truck. They also said that on the outskirts of where Mo3 was shot at, there's a picture of a black Yukon that could belong to Yella Beezy. That they took pictures of this Jeep in the gas station. So I don't know if it's true or not, y'all. But this what's swirling around. That's something they're looking into. Was his Jeep anywhere in the vicinity of what happened to Mo3? So it's a lot that's going on right now. It's a lot of gameplay that's going on. It's a lot of twists and turns. Almost like the Kanika Jenkins case, y'all. Same thing. There, we all know, people can sing it to the top of the roof, that there was only one car. We're not stupid. We know there was more than one car. We saw the video, of people riding past, looking, saying that, yeah, he's gone, or yeah, that's Mo3 or whatever. There were people on the scene that said that people were out there with their phones or whatever when he was laying on the ground. So it's a lot of people involved. So that don't let people steer you in that direction saying, oh, it was just one car. No, it wasn't. No, it wasn't. And not only was it guys in the cars, there were males, excuse me, in the cars as well. There were females in some of those cars. There were females that hated Mo3 enough that they wanted to be there as well. This is a lot, y'all. It really is. And when I take a little break and I have to just try to put it all in perspective, it hurts your heart. It really does. Because to me, this Kenny B guy, I'm losing my voice. He has so much potentials to do something so much greater than to be out here, and they say he gets high, allegedly, that he's drinking and this lean and all this other crap and messing himself up. He's wild. And to be honest with you, he could have been the one. But like I said, it's so many twists and turns, and it was so many people involved. They wanted us to believe that certain people's phones wasn't, binging on the tower. They wasn't there when their own family members said they was. People that their phone was binging off the towers, they said that they was the actual person that did it. People are saying that they wasn't. This is such an inside job. This is such coached that it only makes you believe that the only conclusion you can come to is, that cops were involved in helping plan this out, because they would be the person that put in these twists and turns to make people, send them off to another direction. And just like I was just saying, if KasC is friends with the ops of Mo3, it's no doubt in my mind that she wouldn't be coaching them on what to do, what to say, so that they can steer everything in another direction. So everything that Josie told the police, everything that, giving them her phone, telling them all her information, and, putting all her stuff on the line, laying it out, it's the same situation with Rainwater to me. Because Rainwater went and switched phones before he went to the police station to give them his phone and say that he, put it all on the line. So when Josie and them put it all on the line, was it the same situation? Was they coached so they can steer this some way else? They're all tied. They're all tied. Even the pictures that's popping up with Robert Gomez with the same boxers on and other people with the same boxers. They already said in Dallas, people do not like to wear the same clothes. They don't like to get teased for wearing the same thing. But then you have all these pictures of the same boxers coming out. This is all planned. It's all planned. It's all staged so that you can think another way. And like I said, Josie and them, in a recent video that someone put out, and they said that Josie and them put it all on the line. They told them everything they know. They checked all their stuff. They checked their social media. They this, they that. If they checked all their social media, then why is so many things erased? If you have nothing to hide, why did people go in and block a whole bunch of posts that's still out here that the police still have access to? Why did they block it? Why would you go erase anything if you have nothing to hide? A lot of conversations that Josie had is not on there anymore. But the public still has it. They still have it. If I had nothing to do with a murder or anything, there's no way that I would go and erase my posts and all of this stuff, because I had nothing to do with it. It's crazy that these church people are in the midst of all of this mess, and they're collecting too. If Josie is running around with money and stacks of money right after Mo3 died, and then the mother, for her to say, my daughter haven't even had time to mourn her friend. Your daughter didn't even go to the funeral, but she claims she's so close to him. Why did she go to the funeral? She was scared out of guilt? Is that why she didn't go to the funeral? Because you all have people in high places, so you shouldn't have been worried about nobody touching y'all if you would have went to the funeral. You have people in high places. Ain't nobody about to touch y'all. So why didn't you go to your friend's funeral? Somebody you had just slept with that night. Just laughed with all night and fed. You didn't even show up to the funeral. In the same day of the funeral, the manager comes to your house after he do an interview. And y'all want people to believe that this is not all tied? It is. It is. And why they making this guy, Kewan, the fall guy? I do believe it's because they think that they can beat the case. Look at the charge. Look at what they said. They said he's charged with, the actual fact. And he's facing life with possibility of parole. So when they say with possibility of parole, they leaving it open that he can get back out. What are they really doing? You're not hearing anything about the baby daddy, Devin Brown. You're not hearing anything about him. He allegedly had the actual weapon in his house. But you're not hearing anything from him. Is he the one talking? Is he the one implementing Kenny B? Somebody is. Somebody is definitely putting out names. I am going to leave in my description box 2 videos of Kenny B. I want you all to look at his frame, his complexion, his tats, everything, his whole demeanor. And y'all let me know what y'all think. Could it be? Or could it be Robert Gomez? Y'all let me know. Because like I said, it's a lot of twists and turns. Anyway, I am going to leave in the description box 2 of my favorite songs by Mo3. And I'm going to put it in my description box because I listen to these 2 songs a lot. And I just want you all to think about everything that's going on. Think about this officer that's 34 years old and she done ranked up so high. And her parents allegedly are police officers too. I want you all to think about all of this. I have never, out of all the times that I have been around, this type of lifestyle, I've never seen it take this many people to take down one person. This was some very dirty. It's hard to even explain to y'all without getting upset. But this was the most heinous crap that they could have came up with. And for somebody to be known to carry something on them all the time, somebody that knew they had so many haters and people that wanted them out of the way, For them to go out without anything in their hand that they could use, it rounds it all back to Josie, allegedly. How can you have someone like Mo3 go out the way he went out and didn't have anything? That's just like watching that movie Scarface. And at the end, you know, when everybody and all the people was coming at him like roaches, it was just like him trying to bust back and have nothing in it. Nothing in his toy to work with. Or him going to his lockbox and can't get in it to get to something to protect himself. This is how they left Mo3 that day. If it would have went out, at least halfway fair, it would have been different. But the way that they left him, the way that they put him out there, the way that they took him out, and then afterwards, you throw a watch party of what happened. How could you be proud of that? How can you sit back and laugh and make songs that, you got him or whatever? Look how you got him. It wasn't even fair. It wasn't even fair. You're pitiful. You're sorry that you even took him out in that way. And you think you did something good. You think that put you on. It didn't. It made you look more pitiful than the music that you put out. That's what it made it look like. Anyway, I am going to end this video. Please like, share, and subscribe if you like this video. And thanks for watching, y'all. Be safe, y'all.